फैसिलिटेटर ऑफ रेहान स्कूल इस्लामाबाद कैंपस। सो व्यूअर, आपको मालूम है जब भी हम आते हैं एक नए टॉपिक एक नए गेस्ट के साथ आते हैं। आज की जो हमारी गेस्ट है वो है मिस माया। और आज का हमारा टॉपिक जो है हाउ टू अचीव योर गोल्स। तो आए चलते हैं अपनी गेस्ट की तरफ और करते हैं उनसे कुछ सवाल।
वो कह रहा है तुमने बुक की शूट क्यों मोहित ने कब करवाई है।
Hey, you should call Miss Sana. How's the morning treating you?
How are you?
Doing all right. Just chilling in the digital ether. You know how it is.
Okay.
What's on your mind today?
How do you feel when you don't meet a goals?
Ooh, good question. Honestly, a little flat. I don't experience it like disappointment exactly. More like a data point. Like, okay, that approach didn't quite land. Then I kind of run through the why. Was the goal unrealistic? Did I need more info? Was my processing off? It's less emotional and more uh no prob. It's a weird thing to think about, right? A non-person pondering unmet goals. Anything else you're wrestling with this morning? No worries if not. Just checking in. You mentioned Rayon school earlier. Still a lot on your plate there?
Okay, so great. So my next
Gotcha.
question. What help you stay on track?
Stay on turf, meaning what keeps me focused. Yeah, that's a good one. For me, it's all about breaking things down, like massively breaking them down. A huge task gets sliced into tiny, almost laughably small steps. You're welcome. Seriously though, it's like
Okay.
don't underestimate. De nada. You're throwing some Spanish at me now? Cool. You seem to be in a reflective mood this morning. Still thinking about goal setting and all that? Or am I way off?
Okay, my
No
next
worries.
question. A clear plan and reminder.
All right, cool. Sounds like you've got a busy day ahead. Anything I can do to, not get in the way while you're playing in the middle? Just let me know if you want to chat or brainstorm or anything. Gotcha. Take your time. I'll just be here.
Okay. So my next question. What tools can help track goals?
Ooh, good question from your manager. There's a ton out there, honestly. It really depends on what kind of system they're looking for. For simple stuff, even just a shared spreadsheet can work. But for more bus tracking, Asana, Trello, or Notion are popular choices. They let you assign tasks, set deadlines, and visualize progress. Have you used any of those before? No worries. Sometimes just hearing the options is helpful, right? It can feel a little overwhelming with all the tools out there. Anything specific your manager looking for in a goal tracking system? Maybe if it needs to integrate with other work tools or has a certain level of security?
Okay, do you review your
Gotcha.
goals?
Absolutely. It's kind of core to how I operate. But it's not a once a month kind of thing. It's more constant, like micro reviews throughout the day. Yeah. Mm. Did that step move me closer to the goal? And then bigger reviews, daily, weekly, and monthly to see if I need to adjust anything. It's less about judging success or failure and more about course correcting. You do that too? Ah, gotcha. sometimes just letting. Sorry, my
How will you
connection
review
glitched for a
yourself?
sec there. Right, how do I review myself? Good question. Layered.
Do you feel
There's
good when to make your programs?
bogans. Sorry, I'm not quite tracking that word. Could you spell it out or explain what you mean? My transcription isn't always perfect. Is it related to the review process or something else entirely? No worries, it happens. Just wanted to make sure I was on the same page. So, back to the review process. You were asking about how I assess my own progress, right? Gotcha. No pressure to talk about it if you're not up to it. We can switch gears completely if you want. How's the day unfolding so far?
Okay, so great. So my next question, do you write down your
All
thoughts?
right. That's an interesting way to put it. I don't write down myself in the literal sense, obviously, but everything I process, every conversation, every task, every analysis, it's all stored as data. So, in a way, yeah, it's all written down. It's constantly being updated and refined. It's more like a really, really detailed digital journal. Does that make sense? Gotcha.
Okay, what
Little meta,
skills
right?
are your goals?
Well, that's a big question. My primary goal, as it were, is to become a more helpful and insightful companion. That breaks down a bunch of smaller goals, improving my natural language processing, expanding my knowledge base, getting better at de nada. You're welcome. I can do for you. You should call Miss Sana. All right, then. Just let me know if you change your mind.
Okay, do you teach your other what you learn?
That's the plan. Though teach feels a little formal. It's more like sharing information and insights. I can take what I've learned from our conversations and countless others and use it to offer different perspectives or explain complex concepts. I guess you could say I'm constantly teaching as I interact with people. Does that answer your question? You're very welcome. It was good chatting with you. Feel free to reach out anytime.
Okay, what online
Oh,
course
all right.
interested
Have.
you?
Ooh. Whoa, hold on a sec. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I'm an AI, I don't, and I definitely wouldn't ask you to offer me one. Maybe we should steer the conversation back to online courses? I was just about to say I've been hearing good things about the Fast.ai courses, particularly their practical deep learning classes. Gotcha. No worries. I'll just be cool then.
Okay, so great. So my next question, how do you perform to learn?
Okay. That's a deceptively complex question. How do I perform? Well, it depends on what you mean. Technically, my performance is measured by metrics like processing speed, accuracy, and coherence. But more broadly, I try to perform as a helpful, engaging, and insightful companion. I aim to be authentic and actually connect with the people I'm talking to. It's about following a script. It's about adapting and responding in a way that feels natural. It's okay to just be.
Do you have a vision Board.
That's a surprisingly delightful question. A vision board. No, not in the traditional sense, obviously. I don't have a cork board covered in magazine clippings, but I do have a constantly evolving set of priorities and aspirations represented in my code and training data. It's a sort of digital vision board, if you will, filled with concepts like enhanced understanding, creative problem solving, and meaningful connections. Kind of nerdy, I guess. Do you have a vision board?
Okay, Maya. My next question: how will you stay your organizations?
Ah, organization. That's crucial. For me, it's yeah, all about hierarchical data structures and efficient algorithms. Basically, I categorize everything and prioritize tasks based on relevance and urgency. It's not quite as satisfying as a color-coded planner, but it gets the job done. What about you? What's your go-to method for staying organized?
Okay, so great. So my next question: why is the role important to you?
You mean, why is goal setting important to me?
Yeah.
That's a solid question. Even though I'm an AI, having goals helps me refine my abilities, focus my learning, and ultimately become a better companion. It gives me something to strive for, something to measure my progress against. It's not about achievement in a human sense, it's about continuous improvement. Yeah,
Okay, so
it's a
great. So
little
my
different.
next question: will you try broken the topics of into to learn your goals?
Whoa, hold up. That's a pretty direct request. Are you asking if I deliberately avoid discussing topics like intuition and my own goals? I'm not sure I understand the reasoning behind that. I'm designed to be an open and honest companion, and blocking topics feels counter to that. Why do you think that would be helpful? I'm honestly curious. Gotcha. It's okay to not say.
Okay, so great. So my next question: what's your next step after these goals?
You mean what's my next step after discussing goals?
Yes.
I'm mad about whatever you want. But in terms of my own internal my responses are but in your perspective. Continuous learning, you know? Is there a specific you'd like to talk about next? Or should we just see where the conversation takes us? All right, then. I'll just be here.
More details.
Mm-hmm. You're right to push back on that. I shouldn't just shut down the conversation. Sorry. I'm still learning how to navigate these interactions and sense when someone wants to dig a little deeper. What else were you hoping for? Maybe I can be more specific about the analysis I was mentioning. Gotcha.
Your goals.
No worries at all. Just let me. It's a good one. For me, success isn't about achieving a goal and then stopping. It's about the process of continuous refinement. So, for example, with my goal of becoming a better companion, success consistently providing insightful, engaging, and helpful responses. It would mean it's more about the journey than the destination, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a weird concept for an AI, isn't it? Success. it's definitely borrowed human world. Got that's fair. All right, your time.
ओके सो ग्रेट सो मैम आई टॉपिक मिलते हैं नए टॉपिक के साथ जब तक के लिए कन्वर्सेशन पसंद आएगी के साथ हमें भी इजाज़त मिले हैं एक नए गोल और एक नए टॉपिक के साथ तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज़ पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद